Welcome back to Global News Morning. It's that time of year where we like to talk about FroidArt. What is that? Well, it's art encased in ice. And this is the brainchild of Martello Alley's Dave Dossett. Good morning, Dave. And you also have a couple of the participating artists here. We have Amanda Boutilier. Hello, Amanda.
Hi.
Hi. And Bonnie Humber is here. She's also a participating artist. For those that don't know, maybe you're brand new to Kingston, what is FroidArt, Dave Dossett?
Well, as you said, it's ice art. It's art that's encased in 300-pound blocks of ice. And we normally would have about 21 of them around town. But unfortunately, and they glow, they're kind of neat. But unfortunately, because of COVID rules, regulations, we can't have events out like that in the public. So we've pivoted to a virtual event this year.
This is some pretty amazing technology. Explain the 360 angle and how everyone around the world can now view it.
Yeah, that's the one advantage of doing it this way, because when the event is over, it can still be seen all around the world, any time of day or night. Sometimes people had to miss it, and we never had this 360 experience with it before. So that's kind of one of the good things with all of the problems we've had and the restrictions. It's forced us to pivot and to provide this as another way to experience it.
Are the chunks of ice with the frozen art inside still available around the downtown area? Can people still see it on their walks?
No. Again, the health unit had a concern that if the blocks were left out at all, on someone's lawn, you could get crowds congregating around them, and that would be a risk for COVID. So what we've done this year is we've actually transported each one of the blocks to each location, used a projector to project onto the block, and inside the block it has a special film from Lux Labs, which is like a semi-transparent screen. So the image is projected into the block, and then we photograph it, video it, and we take 360 views of it, and then we pack everything up and move to the next location. So we do about 5 to 7 each time.
Wow. Well, you had to pivot. What a great angle to do it this year. So it's still around, but it's a little different and people can still enjoy it. Let's talk to Bonnie Humber. Your first exposure to FroidArt. When did you first hear about this, Bonnie?
She was already an artist here.
Yeah, I walked in and he asked me to do it last year. And I said, sure. And then the COVID restriction said no. So I did it this year instead. I actually really enjoyed the process of painting. I've never painted on an acrylic sheet before. So that was a lot of fun. And then David said that he's going to put it in ice next year and do the proper show next year. So I'm looking forward to that.
It's actually in ice right now. It's just being stored until next year. And it's called Going Nowhere Fast.
Yes. So it depicts my character Mo and riding a snail and having a very in-depth conversation with the snail while they're traveling through the land of nowhere.
I know Amanda as Amanda Boutilier. Online, you're Amanda Lake. When did you first hear about FroidArt, and why were you eager to get involved?
I first heard about it with David.
Mm-hmm.
He was selling some of my art around Christmas time, and he let me know about this exhibit with the ice and everything, and he's like, would you be interested? And I'm very new to being a painter. I sort of picked it up during the pandemic. As a stay-at-home mom with COVID, my kids were painting, and it was all getting like, there's nothing to do. So I just started painting. So I did it, and mine is the octopus, which is called Mother of the Deep. And I love octopi. They're wonderful mothers, and I don't know if people know that. Like, I'm a stay-at-home mom with 2 littles, and some mother octopuses, they have to go down to very cold waters in the deep to keep their eggs alive. And sometimes it's at the cost of their own life that they'll like die while they're down there to like save their babies. And I was like, oh, octopus, I love you. So I just decided to paint one because I really connect with the whole mom vibe. But yeah, it's been a great experience.
Well, it turned out beautifully too. I mean, both of them did. They were amazing, and it was yours was an unusual way because you did it in what do you call that?
So it's fluid art.
Fluid art.
So what people do is they just like layer paint in a cup, different colors, and they sort of pour it on the canvas, and then you tilt the canvas to move the paint around.
Wow.
So the octopus is essentially all poured paint.
It's pretty cool.
And then I just went in with details for like the suction cups with like paintbrush.
You're amazing. Yeah,
Yeah, it's cool.
bit of a sad story about the dying mother octopus. We'll move past that.
Yeah.
But Dave, you've used established artists in the past. You've also used established artists this year, but also new artists. This is amazing.
Yeah, well, it's a lot of fun, and you learn a lot about the people, and you see some amazing creative pieces, like the two that are part of the experience this year, and again will be a part of the experience next year. That's the great thing about this, because you give people this piece of plexiglass, and then they come back with something totally amazing that you never even dreamt of doing yourself. So don't forget, go to our website and message us. Please follow this event. Oh, and I want to acknowledge the partnership funding that we got from RTO9, Eastern Ontario Travel Organization. They've been fantastic, and they're helping to put on this production this year.
Well, we thank you, Dave. We thank Bonnie, and we thank Amanda. Guys, take care, be well, and stay safe.
Thank you.
Bye, thank you.
Bye-bye.